Hey everyone, quick video on why I believe it's so important to pray for your enemies. And when I say enemies, I mean pray for the people that maybe you're in conflict with, that you have issues with, people that have hurt you, people that are giving you bad vibes, bad energy, people that don't want the best for your life, don't want to see you succeed. Whoever it is, it could be anyone that you have a problem with, have issues with, pray for them. It could even be that you're going through a breakup. Pray for your ex. When I have had difficulties in the past, a big breakthrough for me was when I was going through a very difficult breakup many years ago, was to pray for my ex, pray for the person who was the source of so much pain and suffering in my life. And very interesting things happen when we pray for our enemies. It's in so many books and teachings for a reason, like the Bible and a lot of religious texts. It's in those books for a reason. Those books, I don't see them so much as spiritual or, I see them more as like very, very clever psychology. And when we pray for our enemies or the people that are in our heads that might be disturbing us or bitter or we're in a conflict with, when we pray for them, we release ourselves, we free ourselves. Any feeling that you might have that's bothering you, that's hurting you, that is making your life more difficult, that's maybe jeopardizing your state of peace, your inner peace, your physical health, those feelings are not coming from other people. They're not coming from anyone other than yourself. And they're coming from the feelings that you have when you think of this person or these people or whatever situation you're in. And usually we feel disturbed or unsettled, or we feel that, let's say, that bad energy, those bad vibes. We feel them because we are not in alignment with who we truly are. We are thinking and behaving in a way that is not who we are. And I believe those bad feelings, those bad vibes, the bad energy, the pain that we feel, it's our amazing body's way of letting us know that we're doing something wrong. Now, over centuries, over thousands of years, we've tried to interpret all these feelings we have and try to understand why we feel this way or the ways that we do. Are we oversensitive? Is it negative thinking? Is it someone out there sending us bad karma, bad energy? Is it demons? Are we cursed? It could be all kinds of different things. In the end, I've taken so much comfort in the past few years of just making it very simple in my life. And surround yourself with people and things that inspire you, motivate you, that instill self-belief in you, not do the opposite. Because when there are people out there or situations that create or instill self-doubt in you, that make you doubt yourself, that make you feel, oh, I'm maybe not a good person, or maybe I'm a bad person, or it's my fault, or I'm weak, or I'm this, or I'm... Whatever it is that instills that in you or triggers that in you, it's a sign that those things are not good for you. They are not holding your best interest at heart. They are dragging you down, they're holding you back, they are hurting you. It could be a host of reasons why, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. What matters at the end of the day is move closer to the things that energize you, motivate you, inspire you, increase your strength, increase your health, increase your prosperity, increase your happiness, increase your peace. And be very mindful and careful of the things that instill self-doubt in you, that hurt you, that trigger feelings and thoughts within you that aren't really who you are. So, as I said a bit earlier, I believe personally that when we have those bad feelings inside us, it's just our amazing body, mind, our spirit, whatever you want to call it, this vehicle that we are in. It's this vehicle's way of letting you know that you're doing something wrong. It could be that, hey, you shouldn't be spending time with this person. It could be that, hey, you shouldn't be interacting with this person. It could be that you shouldn't be having the thoughts that you're having. Could be, like I said, hundreds of different things. Where I am in my life today is I believe that what it's trying to tell us is not that it's someone else's fault or, even a thought or a belief or whatever that you're having. It is from you, a message from your deep spirit, from your heart, from who you are, letting you know that you are not behaving in the way that is true to who you are. Now, what do I mean by that? What is true to who you are? I believe we're all, or at least the majority of us, our truth is love and kindness. We're all good people, all of us, everyone out there, even the people that you're fighting with, that you have maybe hatred towards, or you have a lot of, where does hatred comes from? It comes from pain and suffering. It's usually when someone has hurt you that you will lash out. And the people who usually lash out are not very enlightened, they're not very intelligent, they're not very educated, they're not, and I don't mean that in a bad way, it's just that they haven't learned how to manage or be aware of their intentions, their feelings, or what they're doing. And so unconsciously they will lash out, they will say hurtful things, they will basically try to make you feel the pain that they have felt, that they are attributing to you, which basically means that the pain that they feel that you cause them, they will lash back at you with in their own way. And we all inflict pain in our own way, right? So whether or not someone is in the right or in the wrong, none of that matters. At the end of the day, if this is going on in a relationship, it means that this relationship isn't right. It's not right for you. And your ill feelings, your bad vibes, I don't believe it's not that you should be saying that, oh, this person gives me bad vibes or bad energy or whatever. It is energy from within yourself that is your body's way of telling you, hey, you're a loving, kind person. You love peace, you love kind, you love harmony, you love health, you love happiness. This is who you are. And when you respond in a negative way, you're going to feel negative because that's not who you are. And it's just like a little alert. It's like an indicator within you telling you, hey, you're behaving in a way that is not true to who you are. So here you go. Here's some bad feeling. And hopefully you're going to connect the dots and figure out why you have these bad feelings. For me, over the years, I have learned that that's the cause of those bad vibes, which is why I wind up praying. Praying, when I say praying, this doesn't mean that I'm religious, doesn't mean I'm Christian or Muslim or Jewish or atheist or whatever. Praying it's when you're sending out intentions, you're sending out a signal, you're transmitting let's say a vibration, you're transmitting, you're expressing some energy. You start to resonate a type of energy, and this energy is incredibly powerful, and it dissolves bitterness, it dissolves hatred, anger, it dissolves so much. It's an incredibly effective vibration, let's say. It's a form of alchemy. What is alchemy? Alchemy is when we convert something bad and toxic into something pure and clean, right? So kind of like distillation of water or oil, or salty seawater, turning it into purified water. So this vibration, this energy that we can all tap into, it's difficult to tap into it. It's difficult to pray for people that hurt us, that bother us, that we feel are not behaving in a fair and correct, reasonable way towards us. It's very difficult for us to pray for those people. But you're not praying for them. You're praying to release yourself, to free yourself of their issues. If they have issues, if they feel you have wronged them and they're stewing and they're boiling and they are, they're trapped in bitterness and hate, and that is consuming their mind. If the thought of you is in their mind, that's their issue. That's for them to sort out. But you don't want to walk away with the thought of them in your mind. You don't want to continue your life with the thought of them in your mind. I'll pause there for a second because unfortunately the majority of people want to walk away with the thought of those people in their mind. Why? Because the majority of people don't have anything, unfortunately, better to do in their life. Sadly, there's a lot of people that don't have anything going on. They don't have much goals. They're not keeping themselves occupied and busy. They are lost, and what entertains and occupies most people more than anything is conflict. The complexity of conflict can be alluring, can be something that will occupy us. And we watch all these programs now, all these series, all these movies. Like I just completed watching Ozark. There's so many. There's like Game of Thrones. There's years before that, House of Cards. And it's endless. Like we're seeing all these series and programs promoting, or let's say a better word than promoting is like commenting on the competitiveness and the conflict, the power struggles. It's all ego, right? It's all, I want to be better than you, I'm better than you should be looking up to me, you should be treating me with more love and respect. At the end of the day, it all comes down to love. Love is the stem of, is the root of it. And usually the people that create more conflict lack more love in their life. They lack that sense of wholeheartedness, as Brene Brown talks about in her incredible book about being vulnerable. Being vulnerable means like opening your heart and taking that leap, taking that step of courage to open yourself to someone else, to connect with someone else. Most of us, we're not that open-hearted. We are vulnerable, we're afraid of each other. So we timidly take steps towards each other, and we are usually like thinking the worst. So understanding all of this is a huge part of moving forward. Understanding whether you're doing this yourself, whether you are causing conflict, or if you're drawn to conflict. Some of us are drawn to conflict too because many people out there are healers, and they have a lot of love inside them. Their love is something that they feel they want to share, and a lot of people are attracted to their opposites. So a lot of wholehearted people, full of love, full of energy, are attracted to the opposite, to people who people who are sick physically, mentally, who lack the love, lack the feeling of peace and strength. So it can get extremely deep and complex, understanding our psychology and the reason why we do things, and I just filter it all down and I make it very simple, and I just know that there are certain things and people, whether it's foods, gyms, music, movies, books, everything in life. There are certain ones that will instill pain and self-doubt, make me look bad on myself, take away my self-love, increase my maybe hatred, or looking at myself low. And I move away from those things. I'm aware of them and I move away as much as I can. Sometimes those people and things it's hard to get away from them. Maybe they're in your family. I certainly have that in my family. But distance always helps, finding the correct amount of distance. So it's not always a case, as I have said in a lot of my previous videos, that we have to like sever ties or cut people out of our lives or cut foods or music. But sometimes it's just we need distance from those things until we do have that, we've recharged our heart and our love and our power, and we're able to perhaps share more of our love and our patience and tolerance with those people and those things. And then it's important for us to decide whether those people and things are worth our time and effort and our love, right? A lot of relationships are not going to be perfect. They're not going to be reciprocal. Personally, I have a very high standard these days. Over the last few years, my standards have increased, and my standards are very high of who I want in my life, who I decide that is worthy of my love and my attention and my time. Remember, as I have said so many times in my videos, how attention is power. And when you give people attention, even if it's people that are hurting you, that are poking you, that want to be on your radar, that will say things to get into your head, usually it's hurtful things to get in your head, they're just not capable of understanding that they can be in your head much more if they're loving and kind, and then you'll welcome them into your life. This is why human beings, we love dogs so much, we love animals so much, because animals, and especially dogs, they bring love and life into our life. And how do we react towards that? We are drawn to them. We see a dog, we're like, oh, I want to go and pet that dog, I want to touch that dog, I want to cuddle it, I want that energy, I love it. So unfortunately, those people that create conflict and pain and suffering and try to get attention the wrong way, more like a 6-year-old girl, would do, like being difficult to get attention, right? Or a baby will like cry to get attention. It's so important the way we raise our kids, we've got to teach our kids from the moment they're born not to be conditioned to create conflict or pain to get that love, that attention. And that sort of behavior mustn't be rewarded. Behavior that is the opposite should be rewarded when they're kind, loving, and sharing good energy. That type of behavior has to be rewarded, so that we can train our friends, train our family, train our children in how we interact and what we will allow into our lives. Now, it's not an easy thing, okay? And none of us are perfect. I'm not perfect. I have issues. We all have issues, and we're all trying to learn, and we're all trying to improve and better ourselves. So that we can enjoy life more, so that we can have a more pleasant ride. Now, some of us are taking care of ourselves. Some of us are putting in a lot of the time. We're meditating. We're doing the pull-ups and the push-ups and the training our bodies. We are eating healthy every day. And all of those things, we're reading, it's a long, endless list for a lot of us out there who know, right? We put in all this time and effort and energy to build that peace and love and that happiness, and it reflects in our behavior. We are happier, we are more joyous, we have a better energy, we have a lighter way of dealing with things. And then people will be drawn to that. And unfortunately, not all those people that are going to be drawn to that are going to be healthy, strong, happy people. A lot of them are going to be toxic, especially if you're out there dating. You've got to be very careful, because there's a lot of hurt people on dating apps or just dating in general, and a lot of hurt, empty, sad, bitter people are going to be drawn to that light, to that health, to that positivity, to that energy. And so it's so important that when you put your positivity and energy out there, that it's not just completely, 100% vulnerability. I don't believe is the right way either. Balance is important. Be strong, be firm, stand up for yourself. If you feel toxicity, if you feel bad vibes, stand up and confront it. Do your best to confront it intelligently, with love and with kindness, but above all, intelligently. Be smart about how you confront, these things. Take time. Don't respond emotionally, um, and don't engage too much. Sometimes people who want that love and attention, who could be hurting and in pain, and let's call them toxic, um, that's all they want. They want to engage. They want that connection. That's how they're getting love. That's how they're getting attention. And the conflict is what they want. They say that, if you want to get a husky, the dog breed, the huskies, don't get one, get two, because huskies, they're so super intelligent. And if you just get one, they can get bored. And going back to what I was saying earlier, that humans, unfortunately, we're so drawn to conflict because it's complex, it occupies us easily, and it's like a distraction. We can get occupied with it. It's the same with huskies, if you leave them alone and there's only one, they're going to chew your furniture, they're going to do bad behavior, they're going to create conflict, because they're bored. So when you understand that it's not that those people in your life, and I've been dealing with, I've been for the past 2 years going through very difficult issues. We all have difficult things that we're facing. I'm at the moment, without going too deep into things, dealing with difficult divorce matters, not my own, but as you guys know, I counsel a lot of people, and I'm deep involved for the past couple of years with divorce, a very ugly, bitter, personal divorce. And even when you get involved with these situations, it's easy for you to just hate back. When you're receiving hatred and toxicity, it's easy. Our ego gets activated and wants to hate back, wants to fight back. It's not bad, doesn't mean you're a bad person, doesn't mean that they're a bad person either. All it means is that we have this old instinctual conditioning that was designed to protect us thousands of years ago. When someone punches our brother or our sister or us, or wants to hurt us, wants to kill us, we have been programmed not to think, but to immediately hit back as a defensive mechanism. Now in 2020, it's no longer about the physical threat, the physical survival that's causing us to react without thinking. Our body, our minds responding differently now and sees a verbal attack as a physical threat. And so that's when we respond without thinking. And when someone says something hurtful or hateful towards us, we want to respond immediately without thinking, with equal amount of pain and hurt. Just understanding, when you understand all of this, you will be more compassionate and more capable of moving to the next level, which is forgiveness. And remember, forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. It's to free yourself so that you can get on with your life, with creating, with your goals, with your objectives, with building your empire, with building your fortress, your home, your whatever it is, your life, your income, your business, your relationships. And more importantly, not taking those bad energies, those bad feelings, those bad thoughts, and dumping them onto the people that you care about. Because when we're hurt, emotionally especially, or even physically, because that's emotional too, when we're hurt, we need to unload that pain. And this is why therapy and counseling is so helpful, because not so much that the advice that you're going to be getting, I've been now counseling and coaching for nearly 4 years now. and been doing it almost daily, except for weekends. And what I have learned over the years is people don't really want advice. They just want to share, they want to be heard, they want compassion, they want understanding, they want to be heard, right? And we all are like that. We all want to be heard. Even people like Eckhart Tolle or Oprah, you know. I went a couple of months ago, my mom and we went and we saw Oprah, and it was amazing. And she's an amazing person. And she's not some sort of perfect human. She's a normal human being. Maybe normal is too strong, but she's just like all of us. She needs love, more so maybe than the average person. She grew up in had a very difficult childhood, didn't have love from her mom. She was abandoned, you know, at an early age. And her response to that, from my perspective, is clear in that she has transformed that pain and that need and that lack for love, and she's received it from millions of people from the whole world. So she managed to get it billionfold what was taken from her. And that's, at the end of the day, what people don't realize who hurt each other, who hurt people to try to pull them down. They don't realize they make them stronger. They make them more loving, more compassionate. And that's certainly the case in my life. It's the haters that I've ever had in my life that drive me to be more of a better human, to be more forgiving, more loving, more kind, more successful, more powerful. So even the people like Eckhart Tolle's or Oprah's of the world, they need to share. They need an audience to listen. They want to be understood. And it's clear because that's what's going on. They are sitting there and they're sharing their knowledge and their understanding, and they feel fulfilled. They feel that they're achieving their purpose. And above all, it's undeniable the amount of love and attention that they are receiving. Eckhart Tolle was suicidal, on the verge of suicide, and he had so much emptiness, and he was so alone, had no one, had nothing. He was on the verge of ending his experience on this planet. And that emptiness and that loneliness and that absence, similar to Oprah, instead he was able to receive love and understanding and connect with millions. And now he's overflowing with life purpose and love and attention. And it's not, there's nothing bad in that. It's amazing because his impact on the world has been one of sharing power, improving people's lives, instilling self-belief in people, not self-doubt. There are other forces in this world that come from the same sort of bitterness and pain that Oprah and Eckhart have experienced, but when they become powerful, they share that bitterness and hate and that division and that pain that they have. And their impact on the world isn't one that creates love and inspiration and motivation. It's more of creating, sharing, unloading their pain on everyone. And that's basically, as I was saying earlier, lack of education, lack of enlightenment, lack of understanding, lack of proper guidance through their life. So, fighting hate with hate, as I said in my previous video, don't wrestle with a pig, because pigs love the mud, love the filth, and all you're going to do is just get filthy in their mud and their filth. So it's best to just walk away, continue to focus on what's good in your life. Focus on what's good in your life. Let go, walk away of anyone who's bringing you down, holding you back. Pray for them as a tool to help you let go. Pray for them And I will end this video with the way that I like to pray. I pray for everyone, including myself, this prayer, especially every night when I go to bed. I think, who do I have issues with? Where is there conflict in my life? Let me pray for those people genuinely from the bottom of my heart with all good intentions. I pray for their wisdom. I pray for their health. I pray for them to be at peace, to be at ease. I pray for them to be well guided. I pray, my beliefs in God are not maybe traditional beliefs, but I do believe there is a guiding force, what you can call it love. So I pray to God, to love, to universe, whatever it is. I pray for their guidance. I pray to God to guide them. I pray to God, please God, guide them, give them wisdom, fill their hearts with love, fill their hearts with kindness, fill their hearts with peace. Because if their hearts are full of peace and kindness and love, they're not going to have bad feelings towards you. And it doesn't matter anyway how their feelings are towards you. That's their problem. It's for them to work on and for them to deal with. It's all about you and having that inner peace for yourself. Okay, so this all ties into self-love. Love yourself. Pray for your enemies. Pray for yourself. Pray for the ones that you love more than anyone else. And understand that this is not magic. It's not some weird, hokey, spiritual mumbo-jumbo. This is unbelievably clever psychology. That when you pray for someone, you will see them with love. You will look at them in a loving way. You will look at them with kindness. And understand also that those who pray for others are strong. And when you are praying for someone, you are giving someone. And only someone who has can give. And only someone who lacks isn't able to give. So when people aren't able to give you love or kindness or attention, try to it's hard, but try to see above it and understand that they are suffering, that they are maybe sick, that whatever it is that's going on, they lack the ability to give love. And usually that lack of ability to give love is the result of pain and suffering and emptiness that they are feeling. It could even be physical illness. It could be some sickness, physical sickness, disease, I personally believe that a lot of that is because people do not take care of themselves. They're playing video games, they're online all day long, they're addicted to porn, drugs, alcohol, sex, dating, gambling, excessive food, luxury, money. Money is a big one. So when people get caught in those worlds, they become miserable and they lose their ability to give and they wind up with a hole inside them. So I pray to everybody out there, that you all will be full of peace and love. That's right, I'm praying for you specifically watching this video. I'm praying for you to have love and peace and kindness in your life, in your heart. Thank you to all of you out there who have been supporting this channel. And I haven't made any videos for, 8 months, but it's amazing that people are still out there connecting, interested in what I have been experiencing, what I have to share. And to all my private clients out there, you know who you are. I'm grateful to all of you. And I'm glad that I have been able to share with you. I'm glad that I've been able to listen to your stories and learn from you all. I have also my Patreon supporters who are just, for me, they're even more special because they are supporting, what I do, by giving, donating, And for me, like, I know that it's not easy to give and donate money, contribute to someone. It takes a lot for me to be able to do that. So I understand, and I extremely appreciate that. And in addition to this video, I'm going to post a video just for my Patreon supporters. So if you're interested in being part of that group as well, I will put the link down below to my Patreon page. Otherwise, stay in the light, everybody. Don't wrestle with pigs. Have compassion for anyone in your life that might be hurting you. That doesn't mean that you have to stick to them and engage with them. No, feel free to walk away and distance yourself from that and find where the good energy, the love is. There's plenty of kind, loving, strong, healthy people who are taking care of themselves. You will find them in the arts, you will find them in sports, you will find them in activities and dancing, and you will find them in music. You'll find them where there's creativity. You'll find them where there's hard work and discipline is involved. So with a lot of love and respect for everybody out there, more videos to come, and adios for now. I'm going to go out there and continue to build and work, and we'll send more updates soon. Adios, bye.